Okay, guys, for this assignment number 14, I want you to do some sketches to illustrate these theorems 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, and corollaries to those right here. Corollary to 4.3, corollary to 4.4, okay? And we went over those in class, of course. They state that, as you can read there, okay? You have them in your book. You want to do some sketches. So we'll go through and show you what I did on the sketches quite simply, okay? So I've done down here, okay? I have the five uh, pages, okay? Theorem 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, corollary to 4.3, corollary to 4.4, okay? So what do? Okay? Simply, I made one triangle, and the idea here is that, okay, I wrote down the theorem, okay, two sides of a triangle are equal, then the angles opposite sides are equal. Basically, I just put any triangle in. I want to be able to stretch that and then see, well, if I can make two angles equal, so I have a 33-degree angle, I want to try to get another 33-degree angle. And as I try to get that angle equal, those two angles equal, then of course what I'm going to see is that those two sides are going to become closer and closer to being equal to one another. Okay, so you might it might be a little aggravating at first. There, I'm right there pretty much. I got a 28 and a 29-degree angle. I'm close enough. Those sides are close enough. Obviously, if they could force those to be equal angles, then the sides would be equal. Okay, and then that would be illustrated. So, quite frankly, what I did is as follows. Okay, I'm just going to show you a new sketch. Okay, I'm just going to draw any triangle here. Okay, any triangle at all. Okay, I'm going to measure each of the angles. The best way to measure each of the angles is we can go here really with this tool. Okay, use this tool right here, and we don't want to do that. Okay, we want to use that tool to point on and pull out the angles. Okay, use a tool to pull out the angles, and then there they are. Okay, and then go and measure each angle. Okay, so I'll measure each angle, and I'll put the tags in there. Now, okay, what I didn't show you, and probably what I should have showed you, was that before you did that, I said you go to Edit and Preferences and change the angles there from you keep them in degrees, but then change the angles to just units. Okay, so that's one thing I showed you in class. You can do that, right? So let's measure each of the angles. Okay, uh, measure each of the angles and each of the sides. That's angle measured. Okay, now sometimes you may not be able to grab that angle, so you might have to enlarge that angle. So once I can enlarge that, now I can grab it and I can measure the angle. So I got all the angles measured, okay, and I want to have all the sides measured, okay. So just select all the sides, measure the lengths of the sides. I'm just going to kind of cluster those over here. Okay, so that's AB, BC, right, and AC, of course. Measure all those. All right, so I have the three sides and the three angles measured. And so I'm just going to file document options and make multiple versions of this page. Okay, so I'm going to add a page, a duplicate of that, duplicate of page one. Okay, I'm going to add another page, a duplicate of page one again. Add a third page, duplicate of page one. Okay. Um, so another duplicate, add a page, duplicate of page one. So I got those four. I guess I need a fifth one. Well, actually, the fifth one I don't need. I'll put that down separately. Okay. So then I'll come and call the first one up here, theorem 4.3, and then go and tag each of the other ones as you were supposed to. Okay, theorem 4.4. So on and so forth. Okay, so I obviously didn't get that in there. There you go. Okay, so do that for all the pages. Okay, and then when you come down, you got you got that, and you put the labels on those, you got that. And of course, then you write a statement, theorem 4.3, if two sides of a triangle are congruent, then two angles are congruent. Just write the theorem statement. You can fill all that in, and then just go and execute and tell me what you're doing with that. Just write a text box and tell me, okay, uh, you know, pull on the sides so the two are congruent. And watch what happens with the angles. Okay, so that'll give you an idea. Now, this other one that we want you to see was the theorem 4.5. The bisectors of the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle is the perpendicular bisector of the base. So in order to do that, then let's come back and show you what happens with that. I'm going to put that in as another page. Well, I'm going to put that in as a theorem separate page. So I'm going to file, document options, add a blank page. Okay, and that actually, I should have tagged that as theorem 4.5. So theorem 4.5, and you write the theorem. Okay, so we just said you could draw a segment and then mark one of the endpoints as a center. Okay, so mark one of the endpoints as a segment, a center. So you can construct actually an isosceles triangle, right? So mark that. You're going to construct or transform, rotate by some measure. It's up to you. 90 doesn't matter. 90 is fine. Okay, and then complete the triangle, and then find that when you want to bisect this angle up here. Okay, so bisect that angle, and so construct the angle bisector, and then what you should see when you do that, construct that angle bisector and see where it meets with that side. Okay, you'll see that that is going to be a right angle. Okay, so write a statement as to why this demonstrates the theorem. Write the theorem and write a statement as to why it demonstrates the theorem, as well as you did with the others over here, so that when it's all said and done, you're kind of looking like like the ones we had here. Okay, not that one, the other one. Okay, so it's all kind of looking like this guy, right? Okay, so you have theorem 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, and then again with this one, you just want to write why it's working. Okay, so have that, submit that as assignment assignment number 14. Yes, 14. Okay, that's it.